So here we are at the end of February, so you can review not only last week's data, but most importantly, February's data, because it's actually the 1st of March today.
Time's whipping by.
So let's start with that luxury market above 2.25 million. And let's talk about the significant jump up in new to market listings last week.
Sure thing. 30 new to market listings last week, which is it is more than double what occurred the previous 2 weeks of 13 and 13 respectively. And then you got 20 new to market at the beginning of the month. So big jump up. 16 townhouses in that 30, so just a little more than half. And 11 of those 16 townhouses priced between $2.25 and $3.9 million. We can talk about that a little bit later in the segment here. But top end of that range, 77 Columbia Heights, coming online at $17,770,000. Just so you don't forget the address, they got the number in there for the price. So certainly a very special asset, beautiful home, incredibly tremendous kind of aesthetic curb appeal. I've not been inside, but just kind of walking by it for so many years now. Certainly a stellar piece of real estate and a beautiful looking home.
For sure. And the in-contract activity, steady or a little bit?
Yeah, well, it's kind of, week over week, kind of stable. 12 last week versus 13 the prior week. We were in the low 20s earlier in the month, which was high above where we were in January. So a little bit of a tiny downward trend right there right now. So we'll see where that goes. Nothing unusual versus what may have happened this time last year.
And February's a short month as well, so that doesn't help.
Sure.
So if we look at the entire month of February, though, for the luxury market, so February 2022 versus February 2021, how similar or different is what we have seen this year?
So we had 51 new to market listings come online February 2022, 76 this year in February. So pretty good bump up there. Almost all attributable to what happened last week with 30 new listings. On the in-contract side, just running a little bit ahead of where we were last year at 68 deals going to contract February 2022. And a year ago, we had 65. So fairly stable, but just slight edge to what's going on or has gone on in this February.
And now if we talk about the below 2.25 million market, if we just looked at the last week or so, we think that in-contract activity was definitely outpacing new to market. But is that true also from a year-to-date perspective?
We saw that in kind of January. The activity for the contract side was pretty strong, running ahead. February by itself, and you isolate February this year versus over a year ago, it's actually new to market is almost on par with in-contract signings. But year over year for new to market side, we're way above where we were 12 months ago. We had 191 deals or listings come to market. On the in-contract side, 236 this February, 296 a year ago. So a little bit off that pace, about more than a little, 20% off that pace from a year ago, but more to choose from. And certainly, we see that every weekend we're out in the marketplace, and something you can speak to directly, Katrina.
That is true with my listing on 251 Warren Street, a townhouse in Heart of Cobble Hill. We were on the market only a week and we had over 150 inquiries. I did about 80 showings. We've had multiple offers and we are going to highest and best this week, which shows the level of demand out there for that type of property for sure.
Yeah, and it's great to see, obviously, seller, great position there. Buyers a little more challenging to figure out what's going to work. But looking at the big picture, where houses are that are selling at the higher end of the range due to maybe even size or condition, really nice margin here for anybody to kind of take this home and make the improvements that they want if they need to. House is completely livable the way it is. But some people want to customize it. Huge margin to work with, which is really interesting. So good luck to all the bidders out there.
Definitely. That's it from us. We'll be back next week, which of course is the first full week of March. See you then, Donald.